is estimated that 1 in every 6 Belizeans is living with diabetes. Diabetic cases have been on the rise globally, spurring an increased effort to get people to live healthier and prevent diabetes, and for diabetics to maintain a healthy lifestyle in order to prevent complications.
I came to find out I have diabetes when I was at home. I was eating, it was my birthday. Then like on the other day when I woke up, I start feeling bad. Like as I eat my breakfast, I start throwing up. So after I went to the health center, and the nurse asked me about who is my father, because she know my father got diabetes too. And then she called the ambulance and hooked up an IV on me, and I went to the doctor.
Clyde Lewis was 17 years old when he was first diagnosed with diabetes. Even though his father's a diabetic, his immediate fears were on the worst possible scenario.
I hope I didn't know.
Why?
Because my cousin, he made that fight too. But now because he made it on dialysis.
53-year-old Joel Torres also had a family history of diabetes, and being well aware of the symptoms, he decided to get tested.
My mother was actually a diabetic. My brother died of diabetes already. My mom died of diabetes, with diabetes. And but back then, at that time, my mom was diagnosed, my brother was diagnosed. So just around about when I was 33 years old, I decided to get tested and found out that myself was diabetic. I used to get tired. My foot bottom, or bottom of my feet used to itch. I used to get thirsty a lot and really felt drained by maybe 5, 6 o'clock the evenings. I would be very drained. And knowing that and knowing my mom's condition, that's when I decided, you know what, it's best that I check with the doctor if this really happened. Acceptance is a thing, like I said. First denial, then acceptance. So your life begins to have a change now because you know, and by having the knowledge of knowing, you could take it twofold. Either you say, okay, I will just drink, eat, sleep, whatever, and continue before I knew, or I'm going to say, I'm going to take my meds and I'm going to do certain things, and it becomes a lifestyle. I watch my brother, self-destructive. Continue lifestyle, no change. Mom, continue lifestyle, change. My brother died, 57. Mother died, 79. I go like, I could make 100. So it was a lifestyle. Education began.
I was more scared of taking the shots.
You don't like needles?
No, you can't eat anything. You have to store them on all the sweet stuff and really, you don't know what, like everyone is pressuring you, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. Just make you feel kind of crazy sometimes.
Clyde admits that being diagnosed in the midst of his teenage years did come with its additional pressures.
Well, for my friends, like, I see for fun it's sort of. So, why? Because someone while they eat drink, like eat ice cream and drink soft drinks and stuff, and I just try to ignore it. But man, it's a hard challenge. The alcohol, it all depends on how you manage your blood sugar levels. I tell them I'm sick, so I can't drink like that. So now they kind of understand me, but they say, take a little taste. I say, I can't.
For volunteer and diabetic 20-year-old Karen Rayburn, she feels that children and young adults have a more difficult time adjusting to the lifestyle changes. Having been diagnosed at 11, it was a part of her own reality.
And I think it's really easier. It's just that you still learn more what so when you get of age in terms of like maybe 40, 30s or so, you know what you're supposed to do and how you. But I don't think it's easier because with me, I think it's more challenging because you're as a young lady, you want to go out, you want to party and stuff. I don't party, I don't drink and stuff, but it's still challenging because you go anywhere and you see people eat certain things, you want it and you can't get it. Especially at school, it's more challenging because you can't say, oh, I'm going to buy vegetable salad. You have to eat what the school have. Maybe they have garnaches, they have different stuff. So you have to eat, even though you eat healthy, eat carrots, but not all the time you have. And sometimes financially, not everybody have financially, because they always say diabetes don't have a special diet. You just cut down on the salt and the fat and stuff like that.
Karen, Clyde, and Joel have all become actively involved with the Belize Diabetes Association to help keep themselves informed, but more importantly, to help others, which is one of the main focus of the organization.
The association is a support group for persons living with diabetes. We basically educate persons on the condition and to be a supporter for them. Here at the office, we have monitors, we have kits that we offer at reasonable prices. We also assist children with type 1 diabetes on their supply on a monthly basis. And for those who can't afford getting a monitor, we work with them that they don't walk away with not having a monitor to do their blood sugar testing.
They had a diabetes walk, and then suggestions came up, why don't we do a diabetes ride, like right across Belize? And so the idea was born. And that's when I even got more involved and began living even better and doing more exercise, waking up 4 in the morning and putting in some mileage to do that. And while you do that, the meds people get less money from me because meds is expensive. And there you find I put it in the bike instead of have to take it the pill.
Since I've been at the Diabetes Association, I've learned a lot how to control and managing diabetes. I'm now open up to say, well, I'm confident enough to say that, well, I'm diabetic, I'm living it for so much years. Open up to people, telling them about diabetes, how diabetes affects you, what kind of symptoms and stuff. So I'm now open up to other people. I could go on the street and say, I'm not diabetic. Yes, I am for so many years. That's something where I used to afraid and to telling people, because it makes you feel like a disease, the way people treat you. But after that, I learned that it's a condition that you develop. They're not like you could go beside somebody and say, okay, I catch it, so that's something we develop.
I start to volunteer because I want to learn more about the sickness, so I can help manage myself and teach others.
For the past 2 weeks, there have been many activities geared at building diabetes awareness, like the health fair hosted by BFLA on Wednesday and another planned by BDA and partners for Friday at the Battlefield Park. You can also participate at the association's monthly meetings.
We encourage persons to come out here at the association to be a member. At the association, we also have our monthly meeting, which is held every third Saturday of the month. This Saturday here, we'll be having the November meeting at KHMH Conference Room. It's 4 o'clock.
Those people who don't stick to their diets will end up dying from other chronic disease. My advice is just calm down, relax yourself, and do as the doctor said, visit the doctor often.
A lot of you guys out there, and all the guys, when I say guys, I mean girls too, have diabetes. I want to know, need to get tested.